What's happening? Mr. Kaczynski with you. Today we're going to write equations in standard form. Okay, what, you might ask, is standard form? Well, standard form of a linear equation is when we get an equation looking like this. We got an x term plus or minus a y term equaling a constant. And in standard form, those values, those coefficients of the x terms and the y terms, they're going to need to be integers. So I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, so here we go. We got an equation that's in slope-intercept form, and we want to write it in standard form. Well, what we do is we add 3x to both sides. If we add 3x to both sides, we'll have 3x plus y on the left. On the right, negative 3x plus 3x is 0. So all we'll have left is that 0 minus 2, which is negative 2. And that's it. You got it in standard form. ax plus by equals c, where a is 3, b is 1, and c is negative 2. So that is standard form. Pretty simple, right? All right, on this one, we're going to subtract 10x from both sides. So that'll give me negative 10x plus y equals negative 4. I think IXL will accept that as an answer, but I usually like to get rid of negative values as the lead coefficient. So I'm going to make it 10x minus y equals positive 4. So just take the opposite of every single term. So we don't normally leave negative lead coefficients in standard form. Okay, this isn't any form in particular right now, but we can get it to standard form. Let's do this. Let's subtract 2x from both sides to get the x term over onto the left. So that would be negative 2x minus 8y minus 9 equals 0. And then we'll add 9 to both sides. That'll give us negative 2x minus 8y equals 9. Now we have the x's and the y's on the left, everything else on the right, and let's get rid of that lead coefficient that's negative. Let's make it positive 2x, positive 8y, and negative 9. So 2x plus 8y equals negative 9. That's standard form. This is point slope form, which is coming up in future videos, but let's turn this into standard form. The first thing I'm going to do is distribute that negative sign on the right side. So I'm going to make this negative x minus 1. Then I'm going to add x to both sides. That'll make it x plus y plus 5 on the left. And all we've got left on the right is negative 1. And then my last step is going to be subtracting 5 from both sides. So x plus y would be all that I have left on the left. And negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6, and that is standard form. X plus y equals negative 6. All right, now we get into some fractions. Well, this one's not too bad, actually. All we have to do is, we'll do it in 2 steps instead of 1, even though it can be done in 1 step. Let's multiply both sides by 3 and see what happens. All right, so 2/3 of 3 is 2, so that would be 2x. If we do 3 times 6/5 y, I'm going to end up with 18/5 y. And then on the left, 5/3 times 3 is just 5. So look what happens when I multiply both sides by 3. 2 of the fractions are gone now. Well, one more step. Let's multiply both sides by, what do you think we're going to multiply both sides by? 5. That'll get rid of the other fraction. All right, 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 18/5 y is 18y. 5's just kind of cancel out. And 5 times 5 is 25. Oops, this is a plus sign, not a time sign. So 10x plus 18y equals 25. The other thing we want to look at is, is there a common factor between 10, 18, and 25? Could I divide them all by the same number? But they don't share a common factor, so I can't do that. I also said that this could have been done in one step. I multiplied by 3 and then multiplied by 5. We could have just multiplied everything by 15, which is the least common multiple of 3 and 5, and been done in one step. One more. I vote that we get rid of fractions first. So what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 9. That would give me 9y minus 10 equals 63 x plus 9. Okay, so when you're multiplying the left side by 9, you're distributing a 9 through that set of parentheses. But when you multiply the right side by 9, okay, we're just doing 7 times 9. Eventually, yes, we're going to distribute this 63. In fact, that's going to be my next step. All right, so let's do that now. 9y minus 10 equals 63x, and then I have to do 63 times 9, which is 567. Ooh. Let's subtract 63x from both sides. That would give me negative 63x. Minus or plus 9y minus 10 equals 567. Then let's add 10 to both sides. Negative 63x plus 9y equals 577. I know 63 and 9 are both divisible by 9, but 577 isn't. In fact, it's not divisible by 3 either, so this can't be simplified. So the only thing I'm going to do is get rid of that lead negative sign and make this 63x minus 9y equals negative 577. And that's standard form. AX plus BY equals C. All right, that's writing equations in standard form. Good luck.